Hey guys, it's Bob Morreale here. I want to welcome you to the 2020 season of Tech Tuesdays. On today's video, we're going to be discussing 6 truths about great tuners. All right, so the first truth about a good tuner is they have a positive attitude. Now seriously though, a positive attitude actually means you're going to get the best outcome possible. So if you show up to get your vehicle tuned and the tuner doesn't really want to be there tuning your car in particular, run. So in addition to that, if it happens to be really late at night, that's another bad sign. It's really not going to be that person's best work, which also applies to you tuners too. So when you get somebody's car in, you need to pay attention to the fact that you actually want to be there and tuning the best you can on that person's car for the best possible outcome. Truth number 2, a good tuner knows the software. That means he knows the dyno software. That means he knows the tuning software, the editor and the scanner. He understands them without having to kind of fumble through all them at the same time as he's trying to tune your car. And so this goes for you too, tuners. So your job is to know these things without having to be distracted from your primary job, which is to look at that vehicle, really get a feel for what the data is telling you, and do a good job tuning it. So truth number 3, a good tuner knows the platform. Now, obviously, you don't want to be the first Jeep somebody's ever tuned, or Camaro or Mustang or whatever. But that's not really what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is you should be going to a tuner who knows the platform inside and out. It shouldn't be not just the first one, but they need to have a lot of experience with it because you want them focused on tuning your vehicle the best it can be tuned, not wondering why it's behaving a certain way if that's just a characteristic of that particular type of vehicle. Now, tuners, one little nugget I have for you, which we tell everybody and all the students, is don't try and tune everything. You cannot be an expert on all vehicles across all platforms. It's just not possible. So I highly recommend that you specialize. Truth number 4. A good tuner knows to look for trends. So what do I mean by looking for trends? Well, we talked a little bit in the last point about the platform. So if you are an expert on the platform, then you can look at your data and then you can look for trends in the lines. Now, what does that really mean? As a person who is an expert on the platform, you could easily look at these trends in the lines because you've done a lot of these. And that will tell you where you need to go next in order to achieve the best results possible for that particular vehicle. All right, so the 5th truth about a good tuner is that they realize they don't know everything. Now, what does that mean really? What that means is that what you want is a tuner who has confidence in the vehicle that you are having tuned, but isn't so arrogant, and we all know some of these people, that they will overlook issues because of their problems, their ego, their arrogance, or whatever, or the fact that they believe that they know everything. So you don't want someone like that tuning your vehicle. Now, as an example of that, we have a graph that we like to show students, and so we'll just put that up on the screen here for you now. Now, the way this graph works is there's 3 phases. You have the beginner, you have the hazard, and the expert. Those are the 3 phases. Now, as a beginner, we've all been a beginner. And so as a beginner, it doesn't matter what you're doing, and this can apply to tuning or anything, you know that you don't know everything because you are a beginner. And that's good. You're learning and you're open to understanding. That's not the problem. The problem is the middle zone here, which is the hazard zone, where you now have sufficient knowledge to think you are an expert, but the truth is you don't know. There's a lot more out there that you don't know. That's a bad zone to be in. And so what you really want is someone who understands that I am confident, but I also don't know everything, which is the 3rd zone as a real expert, because a real expert really knows that they can't ever truly know everything there is to know. All right, so the 6th and final point about a good tuner is they're always getting educated. So whether they're doing formal training or they're researching and developing on their own, it doesn't matter, because the reality is if you call any good tuner across the country and you ask them point blank, is the tune you wrote for this car 5 years ago as good as the one you could do today? They should tell you no. Obviously. Why? Because I've improved. Why? Because I've done research. I've honed my technique, or I've studied materials that have shown me better ways to improve the outcome for the customer. And so customers, when you're at a tuning shop, ask them when's the last time they learned something new about that particular platform. If you get to feel like they're stale, find somebody else. Find somebody that has a little more of a fresh perspective on it. And so tuners, I'm going to challenge you. Do something you don't understand. Go out to a vehicle that's hopefully yours, not somebody's paying you to tune it. Find things you don't understand and explore. Try and get a little bit more of that spirit of understanding through things you don't understand. Okay, so the reality is a good tuner should always be getting educated through some way, shape, or form. Hey guys, thanks for watching the first Tech Tuesday of the 2020 season. I am super excited about this season. We're gonna have amazing videos, great topics, great speakers just for you. So for more high performance tuning knowledge, be sure to follow us on social media. And as always, stay tuned. Your job is going to be greatly I am really excited about this season because this is going to be the best one ever. We have the best videos coming. You're going to love them. That was very Trump-esque. I should be doing. Hey guys.